Hello. Hi, Noah. And welcome to doing anonymously. Today is Arcade Spirits, but we actually have some community news today, sort of. There was... Oh. Yeah, we didn't start the fire is, It's a lot. Style the Rat, hello. And hello, Carencio. Welcome all. Ages. I know, right? Like, holy fuck. It's been way too long. God, like, 20 minutes? That's too much. That's too much. We really gotta talk more. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Homestuck brain. I have permanent Homestuck brain, as you're aware. I mean, I am the one who is streaming the Homestucks, so that makes sense. Anyway, so let's get this off the screen. Get that shit out of the way. Community news: Homestuck Squared update happened, chapter 13. So that'll be Friday, and here we have Undertale, because Undertale recently had its 5-year anniversary. Holy shit. It does not feel like... It simultaneously feels like it's been around for longer than that and nowhere near that long. But they did, first of all, this beautiful concert that I haven't watched yet that I'm going to toss on after stream today. Terminal Homestuck brain. Can't get unstuck. It's almost like you cannot fight it. Oh, fuck. Ah, oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's Undertale. Which, yeah, I've heard, I just remember going on to both Twitter and Tumblr last night and scrolling through so many posts about people who were just like, wow, tears. I was like, yeah, man, yeah. Like the piano heart. Yeah, the piano heart is super fucking cute. That's some good shit right there. I've seen a couple screen caps of like other points throughout the performance. Especially I know people got really emotional, but the end was like Toby Fox does like a piano arrangement and like the annoying dog comes in and sits down at the piano and shit. So like that is good graphic design. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm really excited to. And if you enjoy Undertale, I'd encourage you to watch it as well, or at least just like throw it on in the background if you have a lot of stuff to do, just to listen to. Because I know it's like, I think it's like 3 hours long. It's kind of long. It's kind of a long video. But so that was the first thing that they did for the 5th anniversary. Second thing we have here. 5th anniversary alarm clock winter dialogue. The dialogue on this page was originally intended to debut in the Undertale alarm clock, an app that would have served as a vehicle for various humorous monologues from the characters. Development on the app has halted due to various circumstances, including asking the app developer to help with the development of Deltarune instead. Ho ho. So, rather than have the dialogue gather dust, I have taken an excerpt and rewritten it for display here. As always, it's recommended you don't read this dialogue until after you completed Undertale. So this is, like, cute as hell. And I was thinking, for tomorrow, because Homestuck Squared updates tend to not take up the full stream time. The violinist with the 80s booby mom hair. Nice. Yeah, alarm clock spoilers. Ooh. There's a link if you want to take a look yourself. It's long, so I won't be going through all of the dialogue now. But I was thinking tomorrow it would be a fun way to fill out the rest of the stream time because Homestuck Squared updates pretty much never take up the whole time. Then they've been getting shorter lately. So, yeah, and the most recent one was, I think in terms of dialogue, it was even shorter than the last chapter we read. So I just thought that would be fun. So Friday, if you would like to hear that, come on down to Homestuck Squared. Or if you want to hear that but not Homestuck Squared, I'm just going to guess that the Homestuck Squared is only going to take the first hour. So if you come around midnight EST, this is probably what's going to be going down. So they're all really cute. I think my favorite set is Undyne. Undyne's set, because wow, it's wonderful. But yes, if you'd like to hear that, come on down then. And finally, we have a Deltarune status update. And this includes English versions of some of the screen caps that were in the Famitsu article that I talked about over the weekend. Hi everyone, if you're reading this, you must have been sticking around for about 5 years, asterisk. Since the Undertale demo was released in 2013, the game has really existed for 7 years. It's already more than 25% of my life. I want to express my gratitude for everyone that has supported and encouraged me over this time. Thank you. As I've said it many times before, but I didn't expect the simple game I made to receive so much attention. Because of that, many interesting things have happened, and now I can spend my time making another game. It seems both of us received a lot of happiness from this occurrence. If it's okay, I would like to keep striving to do things that make both of us happy. Let me know what you think about that. So here's some of the screen caps from the Famitsu article. And now we have down here, everyone treated the enemy with tender, loving care. All the enemies felt great. And Deltarune. I will make another. I am making a game called Deltarune. It is the second game in the Undertale series. The game will be released in many chapters, the first of which I released 2 years ago on Halloween. Since that time, I've been working hard to figure out the rest of the game. However, it's a game that's much harder to make than Undertale. The graphics are more complicated and several times more involved. The systems are more complicated. It exposes the weak points of my creative and artistic ability. Plot is much harder to tie together with more characters and more important locations. Significantly more content than Undertale in one playthrough, especially cutscenes. Ooh. I have only made one game ever. Unlike Undertale, this is the type of game that would normally have many designers working on each aspect of the game. A story writer, composer, audio director, map designer, battle designer, minigame designer, and an overall director. Instead, all of those roles ended up handled by me. The good news is that a few months ago, I completed a significant milestone regarding the game's design. I completed readable outlines for every chapter in the game, including first-pass dialogue for almost all cutscenes, examples of music, etc. Fucking sick. Although certain details are still hazy, the flow of the game and all the major events and battles that take place are now clear. In summary, I largely spent the past 2 years writing, composing, designing, and drawing. However, that is not the whole story. We had actually attempted to develop the game since the time too. Development started around March 2019, and 99% of that work was spent on investigating engines alternate to Game Maker, which I used for Chapter 1. Without getting into details, I decided a few months ago to go back to using Game Maker after all. It still felt like the best fit for the project. So using Chapter 1 as a base, we started creating Chapter 2 since May 2020, so relatively recently. A lot of progress has been made since that time. I believe we can complete this chapter content-wise before the end of the year, not accounting for translation, bug testing, and porting. I feel very confident, and the strange thing is, even though we ended up using the original engine, I don't regret the lost time either. Not only was I still busy designing the game, but during that long period, I was able to think of many ideas that make the game's story and characters better. I am glad that I'm making the Deltarune that I have now, and that we are making healthy progress. I fucking love this. Green Lancer. Hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo-hoo. I'm a tough boy. Treat me like one of your items. Yes, we have a cell phone and Lancer in the key items pocket. I am intrigued to see how Lancer ends up in our key items pocket. I gotta fucking replay Deltarune and Undertale. Both of them, really. Deltarune status estimate. Since there's a lot to read, I'll try to put the status of the game in numbered estimates. So I'm not going to go over all of these numbers because it's kind of a lot. But basically, design stuff is all done. The implementing stuff, things like art, cutscenes, audio, random other stuff, done. Other kind of battle things still need to be worked on. And none of the finishing stuff is worked on, which makes sense, because he just said that. Honestly, a lot of stuff feels like 80% to me, but the truth is that what's there is quite rough. Polish ends up taking a lot of time, so the real actual time value may be around 50% done. We'll see what happens. It'll be a lesson for everybody. So that was Chapter 2. And Chapter 3, after that, you've got, mostly completed design stuff, very little on any of the other parts, which makes sense because they're not really doing much with it right now. What is Lancer's CAPTCHA code? Can we clone him? Please. Oh my god, I fucking love that. I'm hoping for more very subtle Homestuck references in Deltarune. Like the fucking bucket with the spade on it. Put the boy in your bag. Yes, he is now in the bag. He's object for us to use. Team and disability. You might have noticed from my phrasing, but yes, there is a team helping me create the game. Other than me, there are about three other active team members working day to day, with a few other people pitching in from time to time. Their roles of the main members are overall content implementation and organization, bullet pattern implementation part-time, and art. Demi. Other than designing, I still have the role of system programmer. I'm extremely grateful to have a team helping me carry out my design, especially because of my disabilities, which have also made development more difficult. Although I have long suffered from wrist and hand pain, about 5 months ago my wrist was the worst it's ever been. I could not play the piano, use the mouse, and barely could use the keyboard. I navigated everything through voice to text. Through weightlifting, exercise, and various equipment, I have been able to somewhat increase the stamina of my wrist to an extent. Various solutions have included trackball mice for each hand, using voice to text whenever possible, using a foot pedal to click the mouse, etc. Now I can use the mouse and keyboard for a certain amount of time each day, provided I take frequent breaks. I wish I could work without stopping. Once the world situation improves, I would really like to take physical therapy again and/or investigate surgery to repair my wrist. That's the mood as I sit here staring at my stupid little wrist brace with my shitty little hands. I'm nowhere near that bad, but God, I feel that. And I really hope that I don't reach that point. Future plans! When you cross a Midnight Crew poster and a squill, you get Lancer. God, you're so fucking right. Once we finish Chapter 2, I would like to use it as a base to create future chapters from. After gaining experience from this chapter, I think making future chapters will be easier. Part of me wonders if we could make the game faster if we increased the size of the team and did something insane, like create multiple chapters in parallel. However, another part of me understands that adding more people doesn't guarantee that the game will be created faster if it's not done properly. Very, very wise. I'm already just barely avoiding becoming a bottleneck on development even with a team of this size due to my physical limitations. To that end, I am interested in making a list of people that could potentially help me make the game. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to ask anyone for help, but I think if I could find just one person that works well with me, it's worth asking. Chapter 2 is proceeding at a good pace, so if we do take anyone on, it will probably only be for Chapter 3 onward. So please understand that anything you send in may not have an immediate result. And this is new. This was not here the last time I looked at this page. Update on the 16th. Amazingly, we've already received 1,000 applications of various types. We'll look these over now. Thank you, everyone, for these applications. Because what was listed here before was a series of job titles with descriptions of the skills that they're looking for and an email to send applications to. So I guess they fixed that. He did have one funny at the bottom, though, which was a position of wrist. Be my wrist. Actually, if I can find, a screen cap of that somewhere. No. I know that I saw someone with a screen cap of it somewhere. Shit. Yeah. No, this is not what I'm looking for. No. I was trying to look for the exact wording, but he had a, like, the last job listing was like, be my wrist. I need a new wrist. With a few bullet points. I can't fucking remember what the bullet points are. But, yeah. Appreciate your shitty little hands. Thank you. Yeah, I'm having an everything hurts kind of day. So, it's, ugh. Oh well. I am doing my physio and shit, so, like, but then, like, we're hitting second wave COVID now in Ontario. Like, it's basically, you know, the numbers are following that trend. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to go to physio or be comfortable going to physio. Anyway. Conclusion, that's all. Happy 5 years. And we have the little doggy. Oh, his mouth opens when you go over him. And that is all. On that note, let's switch. My brain got caught between switch and change. Let's switch gears to. I'm gonna fucking sneeze. I'm not gonna fucking sneeze. I'm gonna open the game now. If my computer will cooperate, I would greatly appreciate it. Hello. Okay. There it is. So. Arcade Spirits. Last we left off. We met our roommate, Juniper. We met actually, you know what? If I just load our game file, I can go into this little menu up here. Okay, so this, I guess, is where relationships with all of the dateable people will go, or maybe it just wasn't keeping track of the relationships before this system was introduced, because I would be surprised if our roommate Juniper doesn't end up being one of the people who's like a dateable option or whatever. But we met. Oh fuck, I only remember Juniper. I can't remember anyone else's fucking name. It's been a whole week. I feel like it starts with T. And this other face on here is the person that we are about to meet. We haven't actually had any conversations with them yet. But they're the person that we are about to meet in this room. And then we have let me open that menu up again. This is our virtual AI life assistant, whose name I also forget. If anyone remembers these names, please feel free to chip in. And our boss here at the Funplex Arcade, where he just got a job, thanks to our virtual AI assistant. I don't remember her name either, but she's nice. Beatrice. I think her name's Beatrice. I feel like it was like Beatrice's Funplex Arcade or something like that. Iris, thank you. Yes, Iris. Nope. Oh, fuck. The stats. Right, yes. So, and on the right-hand side, we have our kind of character stats, so to speak, in terms of personality. So that's broken down into, in order, gutsy, so kind of like the goofy answers. I actually forget what this one is, but it's like I mean, it's the scales, right? It's like the kind of straight intellectual based, information based answer. Kindly, which is, you know, being soft and gentle and nice. Oh no, wait, this one's gutsy. What the fuck is the smiley face called? I don't know. The smiley face is funny things. Gutsy, which is the star that's glowing red, is being like bold and blunt kind of thing. Libra. Yes. The blue one is actually Libra. Erudite. Oh god. Now I can't remember the name of that book series. Divergent? I saw the movie. I didn't read any of the books. And then there's Basic, which is the little Space Invaders type alien on the far right. And those are kind of like your safe answers, but they generally won't like get you anywhere. So you have to kind of step out of your box to get places, right? Right. So we had the choice whether or not to see the icons for which conversational options are connected to what personality traits, and we turned them off so that we're not being influenced by the icons when choosing which conversational options to go with. Somehow we've ended up with the most points going into the straightforward kind of logical option, so that's interesting. And it'll be interesting to see how that shapes out once we get more conversations under our belt, because we've only had like, I don't know, like 2-3 conversations contributing to the overall stats for this at the moment. But anyway, that is where we are at. And I'm going to have actually a sip of water before we hop into this, and then we'll get rolling. Okay. Naomi, that is the person we're meeting. Okay. In a little room tucked away between the back offices and the Funplex front, I find what is very likely this Naomi, spoken only of in myth and legend. A girl about my age, but certainly not my height, is tinkering away on what looks like an old tube-style monitor. Huh, I didn't realize they had so many circuits. She doesn't notice me when I come in, too busy soldering a capacitor into place. The lingering smell of melting metals fills the air of the poorly ventilated workshop. That's not safe. Ventilation is very important for any kind of metalwork. Anyway. Lubricate? What? Oh shit, is there a lot of lag? That's been a little bit of an issue lately. Don't like that. I've had a couple people complaining about some lagginess. Excuse me. Oh, that's right. We named our character Roxy Nitram because why not? For lack of a better way to interrupt her. I was worried no matter what I did, she might, I don't know, burn her fingers or jump so high she hit the ceiling or something. Fortunately, the shock's not quite that intense. Hello. Oh, that's right. This one has voice lines, so let me know if I need to like boost the audio for the voice lines, because I can do that. You wanted to send it while I was having water. I see. I think it was just the one, I wish I could remember his fucking name. The one other character who the voice lines are really quiet for some reason. I think we should mostly be okay on voice lines, because I still have the audio is still balanced. Wait, I had it set right? Yeah, the audio balancing is still where I had it before, so that should be okay.
Hey, you know this room is for employees only.
Gavin, thank you, Crancio. She said, with no apostrophe, right, because the sign's off with an apostrophes in them.
Are you lost? Do you need something?
I'm Roxy Nitram. I'm the new floor attendant, starting today.
Oh! Hi. I didn't realize Francine already found someone.
Francine? Why the fuck did I think her name was Beatrice? Close enough. Oh, right. There's a penguin in the background. Next to the large CRT computer monitor. On the work table. That was a thing that came up last time, I am remembering, that there appears to be a penguin in every single game background so far, so gotta watch out for those penguins, because I get the feeling they're gonna be everywhere.
I guess I forgot to check my text. Oh, whoops.
Are y'all having an okay time hearing the voice line? I think I'm gonna have to rebalance the audio again, because I don't know about y'all, but like I can hear the music okay like this, but the voice lines, the voice audio is still coming in pretty quiet for me. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm going to turn the volume down and the sound effects down a little more, and go into OBS settings and boost the computer audio. Yeah, the music fading in and out is the game itself. I don't have control over that. Sorry. So I can't change that part, but I've just turned down the music and turned up the audio boosting for OBS. So that should make the voice lines a little bit louder.
Hey, listen.
So let me know how that goes. And we'll test it with the next line. She spares a glance at her phone on the nearby workbench, where a huge stack of green notification messages lie in wait. One thought comes to mind on actually seeing her. Oh god. So, 3 options. No wonder I didn't notice her until now. She was totally focused on the task at hand. I always assumed retro arcade nerds were fat middle-aged guys, which, yikes. And, oh my god, she is so cute. I just want to hug her, but that would be super inappropriate. So, we had a similar set of 3 options come up with Gavin, and I think that this is, at one point during the introduction, it asked whether we're just here to do like a friendship simulator, whether we're open to dating, or whether we want like flirtatious introductions turned on. So I think that's what the option here is asking. Basically, with the top option being a like, I'm kind of interested. The middle option being a nope, just here to chat. And the bottom option being the like kind of flirtatious introduction. Definitely not 2. Oh yeah, no, not Not clicking on that one. Oh my goodness. I don't know if y'all can hear my neck snapping, but like, not great. Any other strong opinions, or should I roll this one for 1 or 3? I know there's some lag, so I'm trying to give it that little bit of extra time. 1. Alright. If there's no other, speak now, forever hold your peace. No wonder I didn't notice her until now. She was totally focused on the task at hand. This room's right at the heart of the building, but totally isolated. With the heavy doors closed behind me, I can barely hear the arcade. Considering how completely and utterly dedicated she was to that monitor, not even noticing me, I guess that's also why. But what I first notice is her smile. Even when squinting to see the tiny components on that circuit board, even when laser focused, she was smiling happily.
Anyway, I'm Naomi Fairchild, the Funplex's techie. Hi! Pleased to meet you. I was expecting Gavin, though. He usually checks up on me about now.
How was that in terms of voice line audio? Do I have to give it another bump louder? Because that was definitely pretty quiet on my end, but I'm not hearing the same audio that you all are. So let me know. I'm gonna keep rolling, but let me know how that was. He's busy doing strange things with numbers.
Ugh, yeah, that sounds like Gavin.
And, here's another line. I think... Should I bump it up a little more? I feel like I should. Maybe a little. Okay. Yeah. Kind of like there. Return.
Hey, listen.
Okay, I think that should be alright. Let's see as we go.
I take it he sent you along to help? Great. Give me a hand with this monitor. It's really heavy, and I'm still paranoid about dropping it after what happened last time.
Oof, yeah, CRT monitors are fucking heavy. Really? What happened last time?
Oh, well, I dropped it.
Oh, right. She helps me lift a large cathode ray tube, slotting the heavy metal framework into place within the exposed guts of the nearby arcade cabinet. Once done, she starts hooking wires back up to the other wires. There's a surprising number of green circuit boards in that large hollow wooden shell. This is the first time I've ever seen inside one of these things. It's weird. Lots of empty space, and a couple large slabs of circuits and that beefy monitor. Okay, so... why is it so empty in there? Maybe we could fill it with nacho dip. Or, it's my first time seeing the guts of a game. And remember, that last one might be the basic option, but it's not necessarily a bad thing to pick that sometimes. If it's where the heart goes, it's where the heart goes. But, beefy, yeah. Yeah, so these are the options laid out before us. If there are any strong emotional leanings towards a particular option... No, how did I fucking know you were gonna... I guessed that that would be your choice. What are your feelings, Corincio? Are you also interested in nacho dip? Or, because if you are leaning in another direction, I can always roll. I can always do a roll of the dice. I always got my my D&D dice hanging around. Alright, let's do a goof. Maybe we could fill it with nacho dip. Let's pack that baby with some thick, tasty guac and have a nacho party.
No.
Oh, that didn't go over well. Speaking as someone who's had to clean rat droppings out of rescued cabinets, trust me when I say that's a horrible, horrible idea. Well, there goes my appetite. Oh, although the growling of my stomach suggests it won't be gone for long. Naomi keeps working, using a pocket multimeter to check various connections as we chat. But seriously, why is it so empty? It's a matter of form over function, I'd say.
Let me explain.
I mean, compare American and Japanese cabinets. Ours are designed for standing players, so they have to be upright, even if that means an empty base. Japanese candy cabs are shorter, so you play sitting down, but I prefer American style. Ours have more room for art. She closes up the rear access panel, closing it with one of the many keys on the key ring at her side, and then steps back to admire her handiwork. Starting with negative Naomi points. Maybe. I mean, like, if I can click on the number. Yeah, I don't think it can go negative, but it's just not filling up the bar. We'll have more opportunities. We had a lot of opportunities with Gavin the first time we spoke. There's genuine joy in that smile. Not just at a job well done, but at looking at the whole thing like it's a fine sculpture.
So beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, if you put all that handiwork into repairing it, of course you're gonna treat it like the piece of art it is. Oh, I love the classic Midway style. Look at those sharp angles, the side art decals, the bold font on the marquee, or the bezel artwork. The what in the what artwork? With a sigh, Naomi points out key features to me. The strip across the top with the game title, that's the marquee. The artwork that wraps around the monitor, that's the bezel. I mean, you see it too, right? How beautiful and cohesive it all is, working in harmony to give this game its own unique feel, its own experience. As for me, well, a bunch of weird looking boxes in a row looks ugly. I agree, it's beautiful in its own way. So are you the resident game historian then? I think it's beautiful in its own way. Haha, nerd. You know what? I think it's fucking awesome and she's got all this wonderful passion. Yeah, I think it's beautiful in its own way. I appreciate those aesthetics. You are in agreement as well? Sweet. I agree, it's beautiful in its own way. Oh, that was a kindly option. The way she stares lovingly at this, well, honestly, this box of wooden circuits and vacuum tubes and stuff. I think I understand. It was made to be one whole thing. The art, the style, and of course the game itself. All of it part of the same experience. Everything about this game is the game. If you run it in an emulator or on a game console instead, it's made lesser. Yeah, I guess I can see it. It's beautiful in its own way. I don't know if I'd agree that it's made lesser, but it's certainly a very different experience to play something on like an arcade machine versus in a home console. Yay! That was the conversation points. Oh, good! Naomi lights up with joy. Naomi lights up with joy like a pinball machine, all twinkly and shiny.
Woohoo!
Finally! So few people really understand the beauty of a classic arcade game. Having someone I can talk to about this stuff is going to be great. Especially with that jerk Gavin running the numbers. Okay, so they don't get along, I guess. Gavin? What's wrong with Gavin?
I don't know.
Okay, well, don't get me wrong. I can get along with him, generally. But his whole attitude just... Oh.
Ugh.
All he really cares about is money. He keeps the arcade running, yeah, but I just know if he had his way, he'd gut the whole place. If anybody's gonna ruin the Funplex, it's him. Mark my words, it's inevitable. Interesting. So she thinks that his money mind is gonna ruin the business, and that'll run them into the ground. Instead of running out of finances, people will stop coming, because... Okay. Interesting. Workplace politics. Alright. Need to lubricate. Go! Go lubricate, Noah. Lubricate like your life depends on it. Because it does, because water's important. That doesn't sound right. He seemed easy enough to get along with, and what's more, Gavin just gave me that whole speech about protecting their dreams. This looks like a pretty sore point here. A long-standing argument that the new guy really shouldn't get involved with. And yet, I'm involved, aren't I? I have to work with both Naomi and Gavin. So I'm not sure I should prod at it, but I kind of want to know, too. Ooh. So, are we gonna be nosy? Or are we just gonna kind of sit back? Yeah, right. We can be nosy. We can avoid the subject, or we just kind of let her keep talking and see where it goes. Be nosy. Okay. We gotta be nosy. Sure? Alright, fuck it. Clear the air and find out more. I get this is touchy, but if I'm going to work here, I think we should all be honest with each other. No gossiping. So, I gotta know, why do you think Gavin wants to destroy the arcade? He buys into Francine's idea that this is a place for dreams. So wait a second. That was the... So they allocated that to be like the logic-based answer. Which I feel like poking into the business, especially as your first day at a new job, it would fit a little bit more into the gutsy category. Because that's a little bit bold. But also they started off by being like, you know, I don't think it's appropriate to be gossiping. But then the next line is like, so, what's the goss? Why do you feel like he's gonna destroy the business? Like, okay. That's just an interesting way to go about that, particular conversation option, I think. He says he does, but he's willing to sacrifice way too much just to keep the whole thing afloat. Road to hell, best intentions, etc. If he had his way, this place would be like Deco's palace. Nothing but ticket games and prize catchers. He thinks actual video games are too expensive. A waste of floor space. I bet he'd remove them all if he had his way. I just don't trust him. I just don't trust him to do the right thing. As a Libra, I think it fits the scales. Interesting. Okay. So, alright. I get it. She thinks that his business plan is pointing in a bad direction. Like he'll keep it here, but it'll become a ghost of its former self kind of thing. Hey, we got friendship points. But that's my problem, not yours. Sorry to drop gossip on your head like this. Thanks for hearing me out anyway. Right, let's get back to work, shall we? Now for the less fun part. You seem a strong, strapping kind of guy. Well, the strong guy, at least. Well, you're a guy. That's enough. I'm semi-insulted then? Yeah, I don't know whether or not that kind of gendered language changes depending on what pronoun option you chose, but we did choose he, him, so that might have affected that conversation language there. Okay, let's get to it. Right, a little to the left now. My left, my left! You're right. Careful. Now forward. Right? Correct. I mean, not turn to the right. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. And there. Carefully tip it into place. Victory! I gently ease the rolling dolly forward, the giant wooden box slotting into place alongside its neighbors. The two-wheeled dolly makes it easier, but hardly easy, especially with Naomi fretting over her baby getting scratched or worse, falling over. But with the work done, she's all smiles again. Take it back now, y'all. 2 hops this time.
Yeah.
Okay, glad to be done with that one. I swear, I've been working on that monitor for ages. Those tubes are finicky as heck, and I'm still not totally satisfied with the flyback, but... Thanks for helping me out, Roxy. I think you're gonna do just great here. Happy to... Oh, right. Stomach growling. Food required. Except... I wasn't expecting to actually be working today. I forgot to pack a lunch.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
Right, the fucking pizza bagel sponsor. Now I'm just talking here, but if you had pizza on a bagel... She goes, shut the fuck up. Hey, so any good restaurants in walking distance? I think that bookstore next door sells donuts and stuff, but... Oh, no, not really, unfortunately. I mean, there's a cheapo wub sub sandwich place, but even if that stuff is super tasty, you don't want to go there. You need to eat healthy. Hey, I know. Wait right here. She's gonna share her lunch with us, isn't she? And she's off, scurrying back into her hidey hole. And she's back, scurrying from her hidey hole. Lunchtime! Here you go. She presses a boxed lunch into my hands. It's a bento box. I learned how to make them from my mom, who learned them from her mom back when they lived in Japan. Rice and pickles and all sorts of good, healthy things. Wait, you're giving me your lunch? Sure, why not? And yet when I first walked in as a stranger, she looked super uncomfortable with me. That escalated quickly. What'll you have for lunch then? Oh, I can just go get some nachos from the vending machine or go into the whole story next door. I've got a book delivery to pick up anyway. But you said eating healthy was important.
See ya.
See you after lunch. I can't help but think she was just looking for an excuse to go get some junk food instead. I was joking, but I was right. Yeah, you got it. Oh, that's cute. I didn't know there was a little emoji for that. But yeah, after that whole speech, she's just like, I'm gonna go get some junk, peace. I'd say Naomi definitely fits in with Francine's ideals for this arcade. She's got a love for these games, and it shows. And giving me her lunch? Me, a total stranger? That's a kindness I don't know if I deserve, but I appreciate it all the same. So, a bento box. I've only seen these in anime. It's cute, and hopefully has plenty of calories, too. Armed with a box full of health food, I retired to the employee lounge to get my munch on. Are we gonna have a conversation with Francine in here? Or is she off? The room where I had my bizarre job interview will suffice for food times. It's not much, just a few folding chairs and a kitchenette, but it'll do. Utterly famished by this point, I have a seat and unpack my loaned lunch. What the fuck? Excuse me? Excuse? Hello? Incoherent screaming, coherent screaming, or just wait for death. And these options are all tied to personality points, so we have to pick wisely. Coherent screaming? Okay, we have a vote for coherent screaming. Which I'm in favor of as well. Let's fucking go. Coherent screaming. Dang, we're getting a lot of those, like, logic personality points. I opened my mouth as wide as I could and let the fear fall from my lips. My mind is devoid of any emotion but horror. Horrific vision. Okay, so we've got a outline of a person on the other. I remember another coworker being mentioned. I feel like by name, but I don't remember the name. So this must be another coworker. Whoa, whoa, it's fine. Everything is going to be fine. But you're I'm a real human being, I promise. It's just a costume. Now we get a question mark next to horrific vision. That's a mood, though. Oh, I fucking hated costume characters like that when I was a kid. Oh, they fucking terrified me. I hated that shit so much. I think I was okay with, like, human beings dressed up as characters, like character actor kind of things. Although I don't think I have a lot of experience with that. But, like, costume characters like this, or like mascot, like that mascot-y style, fucked me up when I was like 8. Fucking Canada's Wonderland is a theme park in Ontario. I have only been there very, very few times because I've never been a ride person. The other reason is they have a particular section for Hanna-Barbera cartoons where they have the characters who wear these costumes like this, and I have, like, the distinct memory of, like, they were doing, like, a live show with, like, the costume characters on this, like, stage, and my parents were trying to take my brother and I to this thing, and even though we were sitting way in the back, I was, like, terrified and crying. I think I was, like, 6 or 7 or something like that. But I have, like, it's a very particular image of, like, sitting near the back of this, like, outdoor stage area and looking down on them and just feeling absolutely horrified. Oh my goodness. Anyway, that's not what is happening here. This is our coworker. Hello, horrific vision. What is your actual name? I'm a real human being, I promise. It's just a costume.
Hey, so I'm sorry if I traumatized you. Really? Can we start over, maybe?
I nod my head slowly, although that could just be muscle spasms from being in shock.
I'm Ashley.
Ashley, right, that was the name. Hello, Ashley. And I'm Roxy.
I'm also Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo. It's my secret, yet not so secret identity.
What the Funplex what now? This is almost too much to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Naomi was off the scale cheerful. I've met some really intense people so far.
Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph?
Me? No.
Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky from all the signs around the arcade. Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex after all.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant at all. I mean, I work here.
You work here? Since when?
Yeah, she's like, excuse me, who the fuck are you? Today? This morning, to be specific.
Oh, awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
I mean, it would have been way cooler if you were just so enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more.
Let's see.
You could have stealthily maneuvered your way through all the games, sliding right up to the employees only door. But how did you get the door code?
Ooh.
Of course! You would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket. You searched your heart and decided that 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed.
Let's see.
Next, you need to lie in wait for the opportune moment to punch in that secret key code, just to find me. It just keeps going and going. So here's what has just occurred to me. I feel like the character color associations might have something to do with their personalities in terms of the, like, character, like, the traits that we can earn. Oh my goodness. Pardon me. But yeah, because she's, like, logicking this whole thing out with her blue text. But yeah, so Gavin was green, I think, and Naomi was yellow. Interesting. I don't think necessarily that it means those options will get more points with them or something like that. It's like a theory to test, but I think it definitely says something about their personalities. Yeah, especially because Naomi, as another example, right? Yellow text with the kind of like yellow being the like goofier personality trait or like bubblier. And she was just very happy all the time. Okay, so she's definitely passionate about this fictional scenario. Ashley's got quite the imagination, all right? Or is that how I come across to people? As a creepy trespasser? I think, I don't know, I'm kind of okay with either of the first two options. What do y'all think? Because she is very passionate, and it is also very imaginative. But yeah, I don't know. Thoughts and opinions while I have a sip of water? While I lubricate? One? Yeah. Let's go with the one. And keep things scurrying along. She's definitely passionate about this fictional scenario. You're abstain? Alright. Ah, so that was a kind heart one. I think that one's catching up. No, it's not catching up. But that's about where the standings are. Okay, so we have even personality points with both of them. With Gavin and Naomi. I think because Gavin as well, we kind of messed up the first interaction and then got the other ones down. And there's Ashley. So my estimate, because of the spacing, is that there will be 3 other people showing up on this list. The way she just takes an idea and runs with it. A lot of people might find that weird, but I kind of dig it. Yay! We get our first point. Shows a lot of imagination. I wonder if she's a writer or something. And how would you have snuck out, I wonder? I could have helped. But for a price. Ashley finally realizes she's been babbling to herself for a good couple minutes. Oops. Sometimes I get swept up in a good story. I mean, I gotta find some way to make this job more interesting. Is it really that dull here? No, not really. I just crave a different kind of excitement than beeps and boops, screaming children, and broken machines. You aren't really painting the best picture here. Ah, geez, I don't mean to be a downer. I just want to move up in the world. I've got things to accomplish, dreams to fulfill, cosplay to make. Cosplay? As we switch topics, it's like she's a completely different person. Ashley's eyes light up and she smiles. Yeah! You know, like dressing up as your favorite video game or TV character. I love it! It's so empowering to be able to make your own costume and wear it proudly. It's even better when people recognize what character you are. Empowering? Really? Granted, she certainly had the power to stop my heart for a few beats. Yes! Definitely. You want to try? Got a favorite game character? I can help you make your first cosplay if you want. Oh, that's so sweet. She's immediately like, please let me do this for you. In fact, I made this one. I think Ashley is pointing to her flamingo costume, but it's a little hard to tell with her hands as feathers. So, Pinky is your creation? Intentionally? Yep, it looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it? She is very nice. I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried that. If you're going for terrifying, then yes. Or, I don't know, heads from tails, but I can appreciate it. No, I don't think we should call it terrifying anymore. You know, we got the terror out of the way with the initial interaction. But, yeah, I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried that. Or, I don't know, heads from tails, but I can appreciate it. I guess if I, like, had to choose between these options, I'd probably choose the basic one. Just say that I can appreciate it, even with little knowledge. Leaning towards one again? Yeah, I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried that. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Yeah, the only reason I was saying, personally, that I go for the basic one is because I actually do have some sewing experience. But, yeah, I know, stitching hands together, I tried that. I feel like that might be the, like, jokey kind of one. I think that'll go over well, yeah. Oh. We going for it? I'm gonna go for it. I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried that. I'm all thumbs when it comes to stuff like that. Literally, if I get enough thread running between them. I'm pretty impressed, though. Naomi was going on about craftsmanship of games, and clearly you're digging on the craftsmanship of costumes. Aw, thanks! It's nice when hard work is appreciated. I wore it around the Funplex to liven up the crowds and get people pumped to play some games, and the kids seem to adore it. That makes sense. Although the arcade has been completely dead so far. No crowds to pump or kids to be adored by. Hey, secret between you and me? Ashley motions for me to come closer. She leans in, glances around the room once, and then talks in a hushed tone. I did some repairs on Pinky overnight. I had to restitch the left arm, and I was giving her an old test drive to make sure it doesn't fall off. Huh. Limbs falling off seems bad. Oh, it was. Yesterday, I was dancing with a little girl. Must have been like 5-6 years max. Anyway, we were next to Showtime stage when she tugged on my arm, and whoosh! Oh shit! Off came the arm. Fuck, that's bad. Oh no. This girl instantly started bawling. Yeah, that sounds pretty fucking traumatizing. Oh no. Well, at least you're consistently scaring people, and it's not just me.
Nope.
Hey now. I don't want that to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me. What about you? So, you're Carl's replacement? I guess so. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend to the floor. The floor is the thing that I am attending to when I'm not going into cardiac arrest. At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure. I can't wait to go home and tell Juniper I do have a sense of humor. She'll be so proud. I assume you've already met Francine, but have you had a chance to meet Gavin and Naomi yet? Yeah, I met them already, although it seems like they aren't too keen on each other. Right? Ashley rolls her eyes and lets out a sigh. Ooh, more workplace gossip. I wish they would hurry up and make out already. Okay, not what I was expecting to hear. But also fair. Yeah. Wait. What? Seriously? So, are they going out? Nope. But they always bicker like an old married couple. It's classic anime cliche. The ones who fight always end up together. Mark my words, Roxy. Consider them marked.
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep. Beep, beep, Roxy. What's that sound? Drat. I set an alarm for when my lunch break was over. Time to go back to the grindstone. I didn't even get a chance to eat.
What? No.
That's no good. Roxy needs his calories. You eat up. I'll go watch the floor. In fact, how about I take over the ticket desk for the next shift? You can do my job and wander the floor a bit. Fair enough. Thanks. Ashley winks before her face disappears into the dark recesses of that inhuman mask. As I'm wolfing down rice in the shape of a little heart, wow, it occurs to me I didn't actually ponder my first impressions of Ashley yet. Let's see. Yeah, I noticed that this had been missing. So, she's pretty amazing. I like her enthusiasm about art. Ashley's got a lot going on in that head of hers. I just don't understand it all. Or Ashley is a total cutie. I'm all aboard the Pinky train. Choo-choo. So, once again, I believe this is kind of determining the general direction of conversational options that we'll get with her, or the kind of route that we'll take, I think. So once again, we got the hella friendship option, the not so interested, and the flirtatious introduction option that I think they were referring to before. So, yeah, friendship, neutral, or date. I think that's what these mean. Granted, I haven't played the game before. It could be like the middle ones. No, I don't know. That sounds about right to me. Where it's friendship, neutral, or date, like options. You like her. Yeah, okay. So we got, I'm assuming, a vote for the third option then. I'm interested in doing that too, because we haven't selected that option for any of the other characters yet, so I kind of want to see what happens. I also think she's pretty great. So 3. Let's go for it. Ashley is a total cutie. I'm all aboard the Pinky train. Choo choo. I just want to see, does that change anything in our little menu up here? Okay, it doesn't. So it doesn't show like a different icon or anything to indicate that a particular route has been chosen. So that's probably, that's probably a little bit flexible as well. But again, I haven't played this game before, so we'll have to see. I'm a little shocked at how creative and fun Ashley is. I've never met anyone like her that has so much gusto in life. I hope if I spend more time with her, a little of that passion will rub off on me too. Anyway, with lunch in my belly and break time complete, the second half of my workday began. Rolling into the afternoon, the crowd starts to fill out. School's done and late-rising pros are heading out to their arcades of choice. With Ashley covering the desk, my job is to wander the floor looking for problems, or potential problems, or just make sure everything's a-okay. But for starters, it's a good moment to collect my thoughts. I think I'm off to a decent start with my coworkers. Good first impressions at any rate. Cooperation's going to be a must. I've had awful coworkers before, and they can really drag down your day. Hang on. No time for daydreaming. I think I spot, let's see, 3 possible issues to look into. I should have time to get to all of them, but which do I tackle first? So, yes, the implication is that we will be able to look at all of these scenarios, but which ones would y'all like to look into first? We have an irate customer near Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, someone cursing up a storm at Fist of Discomfort, or a large crowd at Showtime Stage, which is the, like, Dance Dance Revolution dance pad. The first 2 we can see on screen. Mr. Moopy appears to be basically Pac-Man, and Fist of Discomfort is, well, you know, it's a fighting game. Fist of Discomfort? Okay, I vote for Fist of Discomfort. Just to keep things moving along, I'm gonna hop right into that, and we'll, any other strong feelings, we'll take a look at that one next. Someone cursing up a storm at Fists of Discomfort. There's a lot of shouting coming from the center of the arcade where Fist of Discomfort is being played. I remember Iris telling me all about it earlier today while I was bored to death at the ticket desk. Fist of Discomfort, or FOD, is one of the most popular games in the esports circuit. It's been a staple of the scene for over 6 years. One year, Team Wicked Prodigies took on the Unreal and came back to win in the dying seconds of a tiebreaker match to take home a record $5 million prize pot. Holy fuck. That's a lot of money. And how? Okay, so how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button-mashed brawling. Fight your way down the top and bottom lanes, clearing waves of ninjas to finally topple the enemy dojo. But that's the action part. The strategy part involves using special abilities, purchased items, and ninja summons. FOD is sheer elegance in its simplicity, the way that different game systems interweave to form one masterpiece of esports perfection. So, summon good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, smash dojo. I'd say boiling down a rich game of action strategy played the world over by top gamers in such a way is a bit degrading, but sure, okay. All of which is super interesting stuff, but right now all I care about is dealing with the loudmouth currently playing the game. Also, hypothesis, these 3 options are going to be the last 3 dateable options in the game. Fancier League of Legends. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know too much about League of Legends. I had a couple of friends who played it, but they're not folks who I talk to too much anymore. I just know that there's like the different lanes, and there's a few different like roles and character types, and the games are really fucking long. It's like 40 minutes for a game. I think that's bonkers, but that's probably just because I play fucking Splatoon, which is like 3 to 5 minutes. Might have to bounce. It's all good. Oh fuck. Oh my god, it's like a time. Oh my god, I was looking, I checked the time during Ashley's thing, and I was like, after this conversation, I'll put on the break thing. And then I just totally bulldozed all the way through. Okay, I'll finish this one, and then we'll take 5. The only thing you know about League is the KDA Popstar music video. Yeah, and I don't even know what the heck that is. I just know. Oh, also, League, everyone who plays League fucking hates the game, apparently. Or, like, hates the community, something like that. I don't know. Okay. Fist of discomfort. Yeah, it's terrible. Yes, so I have played it for a while. It wasn't good. Yeah, I've heard, well, it's free to play, right? So I've heard that there's issues with people making multiple accounts just to, like, practice or, like, playing at little, I forget, I think it's called smurfing. I don't know why, but I think it's called smurfing. When you, like, make an alternate, your, like, high-level players make an alternate account just to, like, work their way up from the bottom again, or just for, like, practice, or to, like, try new strategies so they don't mess up their rank on their main account. Oh, I think the music, yeah. Yeah, smurfing. It's not so much of a problem in Splatoon because of Nintendo Online being, like, a pay service, unless you're on, like, a family plan that's not been completely filled up. You have to, like, actually pay for a second account to do that sort of stuff, so that kind of discourages people from doing that. But I have seen a couple YouTubers do it for videos, and I'm kind of, like, heavy side-eyeing that. Like, leave the poor new players alone. Stop kicking their asses. Anyway, yeah, we'll get through this scene and then take a break. I'll look for a warning. I have no idea how long this scene is gonna go. The closer I get, the louder the yelling gets. Most of these are words that...
What the
What in the actual fuck was that? I can actually swear. Okay. No, those are definitely all words my mother would disapprove of. You've got to be fucking me. You've got to be shitting me, I guess. Yes, Censor Kitty. We need Censor Kitty over here. There is no fucking way that's even possible. Or that's even plausible. Those hitboxes don't even fucking connect. Oh, fuck. This game. Fuck this game. Fuck it all night long. Rando Calrissian. Haha. Get wrecked. So I'm guessing that the one on the left who has an actual character card face is going to be one of the dateable options. Oh, this is far from over, scrub. I've saved up a little something extra special for you. I've been baiting you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for. Hard. Oh, hey. Did I forget to mention that I bought an extra ultimate technique scroll from my dojo? Whoops, my bee. Wait, what? You haven't been farming. How could... XP share technique with creep waves. Take this. 5-fold fucking explosive deathclaw technique. It doesn't even say her name yet. It does not. We still got question marks. But the other person at this table, right, when we go over to them, they get, like, the anonymous face. Which, I don't mean the Guy Fawkes mask, of course. But this person has something. Queen Bee? Oh, the vibes, her outfit? I would wear that outfit. That's cute as hell. I'm not so much of a, like, collared shirt person generally, so I might swap that out for something else, but top fucking notch. What? How did you defeat me? No!
Oh, GG.
Fodder.
No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
Oh. Actually, Her name actually is Queen Bee. Interesting. My dry eyes painfully blinking makes me realize I've been standing here watching intently during that whole exchange. I'm not 100% sure what just happened, but that didn't matter. I was completely sucked in. Couldn't tear my eyes away. It was like watching a train wreck. I mean, if the train was the arcade game and the wreck was that guy's face.
Hey, kid. What are you staring at? Never seen a champion of my caliber before?
Ooh. What the fuck? Is she fucking challenging us or what? Oh, Seeing as I don't even know how to begin to start to even consider how to respond to her question, I opt to take a moment to collect my thoughts. From what I've somehow gathered, she goes by Queen Bee. That jacket she's wearing identifies her as a member of L7 Gaming, an arcade esports team. Oh, I see, on the shoulder. And she's the most direct, fierce person I've met all day. That's a lot. That's saying a lot, considering who I've run into so far. Okay. Oh my god, the last one, holy fuck. So again, we're deciding the direction of this route. She'd be fun to hang around, no doubt. Why so rude though? What a sore winner. Or, talk about a dominating personality, I feel the urge to kneel and submit. Yes, you were correct again. Damn, on a fucking roll. Yeah, she is pretty cocky. Oh my god, Carencia, what is that emote from? So, I feel like for the sake of the game, just like, in general with all of the characters, I'm leaning against choosing the middle option for any of them, just because, you know, I think it's more fun to be able to get to know all of them, at least as friends. But, so I'm leaning towards she'd be fun to hang around, no doubt. If there's any strong leanings towards option number 3, we can fucking go for it. If y'all are feeling that, we can get funky. Yes, interesting. So she is a professional esports player with L7. Was L7... I have already completely forgotten what Iris told us. I don't think L7 was one of the teams that Iris mentioned, was it? No, yeah, y'all are just like, no, you can just be around. Yeah. She'd be fun to hang around, no doubt. With that level of excitement always gushing out, I can only imagine how much enjoyment she gets out of life. What can I say? People love winning, and it seems like she wins a lot. At least between bursts of, what did Iris call it? Saltiness?
Hey, don't just stand there all weird and quiet-like. It's creepy.
Oy. She snaps her fingers to grab my attention.
So, are you gonna quarter up or not?
Oy.
Think you can best the hottest rising star of L7?
From what I've seen, I know I couldn't best a scrub, let alone a professionally competitive player of this game. Nope. No thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play the games while I'm working.
You? You work here?
Yes, fuck off. Yes, me. And what's your job, hassling me? Oh god, I'm actually pretending to work here, shh. Or I enforce arcade law within this noble funplex. I don't particularly like any of these options. I guess if I had to... I mean, the middle one's kind of goofy, but I don't think she's gonna like that. A little aggro, but go off, I guess. Yeah! Yeah. You want to go with 1? Yeah. Yes, me. And what's your job? Hassling me? Gutsy. Damn right. I'm the new floor attendant. And if you're not careful with your snark, I can show you to the exit. Woo! Oh, the music just cut. Oh, you are a cute one. Sassy. And direct.
Hey, they haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
Yeah. Knew it? Yeah. She liked that. I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. I'm Roxy. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. It might take them time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where name tags are forged in a vast clay oven. Nah, Gavin's just slacking big time. I'll talk to that silly boy for you. Make sure you get some proper respect. Ugh. Thanks? No problem. We gamers gotta stick together. That sure is a sentence.
I'm Queen Bee, by the way. Aggro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
Gamers have to stick together because we're the most depressed. I can't even finish that fucking sentence, God. I figured that when you put your arms over your head, cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me, Queen Bee."
Hey, I do not sound like that. Well, maybe a little.
Anyway, I'm one of the regulars around here, besides Purpur and Teo. Or Teo? So you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope you last longer than the last guy. Why does everybody keep bringing up the last guy? What did he fucking do? Oh, great. Now she's even making my job into a competition. I hope there isn't a betting pool, too. You look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? Oh yes, we have to specify that it is on the internet. Nope. I literally have no idea what you were talking about.
Whoa.
Really? Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you can consider a small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yes. That's actually a pretty good response to that one. Oh, you sweet child. You are so innocent and pure. Ugh. Don't know if I like that. Come, let me show you the path to darkness that is the internet. Dude, what? Sudden tone shift to murder mystery. What makes an apartment formidable? That is a good question. Yeah, like, she's not wrong, but that's a really odd way to put that. It feels very mid-2000s internet culture. That's what I was looking for. Like, this tweaks me in a weird way. It's mid-2000s internet culture. Back when being a person who used the internet all the time actually got you labeled as, like, some kind of weirdo, versus now it's just, like, everyday life. Okay, nope. Sure, I'd like to learn more. Or will it hurt or traumatize me? I'm intrigued as to what the fuck she means by that. So I'm down for option number 2. That's kind of like that whole line of conversation has me raising an eyebrow. So 2. Are you looking for number 2 as well? Alright. Yeah. Let's see where this goes. Sure, I'd like to learn more. That was the kindly option. Well, it is a part of my job to know all the games here. And if Queen Bee is going to give me some insight on the culture around this game, I should take advantage of that. Lead me farther into the dark abyss, my— What? That kind of surprised me. Like, I thought we didn't select the third option at the beginning of this. Lead me farther into the dark abyss, my mistress.
Yeah.
Aw, yeah. Queen Bee grabs my arm and pulls me closer to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. And upon further inspection, I see the whole haphazard pile of tech she's rigged up. You can't just plug one of these cabs into the internet, so I use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. Interesting. So she streams from within the arcade itself. I guess that makes sense. Given that it's a fucking arcade cabinet game. I don't know why that didn't occur to me before. That webcam there? It broadcasts to my own personal PC at home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. The chat room appears on my phone. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Costs a bit to put everything together, and it takes like half an hour to rig up and test each morning. But after doing this here for a couple years, it's easy peasy. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth at my clip-on cameras damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex than from home. There's so much to miss out on sitting by your lonesome with the console version of FOD. The crowds, the wicked trash talk, the community. Wait, are you broadcasting live right now? Are we live right now?
Nope, no way.
Fuck no, that was a part of my warm-up matches. I've got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible. Even if it is with a bunch of fodder. As in FOD-der. As in, you know, chum. Lunch meat. Scrubs. Losers. I got the idea, yes. Yeah, damn, she's really in that culture. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances around the arcade floor. She gives a nod to someone hanging out near the Street Fighter cabinet. Ah, my crew is starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern.
Beep beep.
What the?
Shit, I gotta go live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell. We'll chat later, right? Sure. One thing. Can you keep the swearing down at least a little? We've got kids around here, and I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. Him? Eh. But for you, I'll keep it a PG-13 rating. Okay. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are some butts out there that I need to kick.
Later.
And with a wave and a twirl, she completely abandons me and returns to her Fist of Discomfort game. Queen Bee fires up her broadcasting rig, and the shouting and milder swearing starts up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Yeah, the fact that people live stream from within the arcade seems like something that should have been mentioned during the job interview. Like, hey, are you comfortable with potentially appearing in the background of one of these live streams? Wait, is what the rating on this game? Did I glaze over something? Oh, PG-13. I think it is kind of meant to be like a teen and up audience, I think. I don't know. I mean, I guess that kind of clicks with the content that we've seen so far. Honestly, that's kind of like, I wouldn't want to get too much more explicit with that kind of stuff that I stream anyways. But, yeah, I guess that's probably about it. Break time? Yeah, I think we're just about done here. Passion seems to run deep in this arcade. Everybody's spirit, burning with passion for, well, various things, but hey, passion's passion. She seems to like me, which will make my job easier in the long run. There's a huge FOD community in this arcade, despite being a tiny strip mall joint. Good to know. Let's see, what to handle next? Oh, fuck, it got rid of the UI? What? Okay. We'll pick one, and then I'll save, because I was going to save when we got to this option, but then it took the rest of the UI off the screen, so we need to pick one first. Them their ESRB scores, yeah, T+. Got a sleepy. That's fair, that's fair. Okie dokes. Have a good sleep, Noah. I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night. And with that, if there's any strong opinions, speak now or forever hold your peace on which one to click on next. So I will select everyone. Yes. Good night, good night. Yeah. Gotta pick out Showtime stage. Got it. Loud crowd around the Showtime stage. So, yes. Okay, so music was at like half. I'll turn that down. Back in 5. Gonna take a little break. Hello. Thank you for your patience. Welcome back. Okay. Let's button this down. Get that music volume back up. Okay. And return. Okay, just gonna have one more sip of water and let's see what the fuck's happening at Showtime stage. Okay. In the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was a complete and utter solitude. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that people do come to the arcade, but that's quite the crowd that's assembling. Like, larger than Queen Bee's team was. Rowdier, too. This has to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of emergency is necessary. Time to clear the way and pave my own path of safety. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Europop drifts. It's an auditory flashback right to the 1980s. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. A pulsating mass of people have surrounded Showtime stage, cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a fair amount of space to actually play. Yeah, 1980 Sensor Kitty. Showtime stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses motion tracking sensors hidden behind the colored spotlights to check dance pose accuracy and score you sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Roxy? I had my dance fever shots at the doctor's office earlier this season. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning up against the back wall. Is that pronounced Teo or Teo? I'm gonna go with Teo just because that's my first instinct when I see that name. But yes, this was Queen Bee mentioned Teo as one of the other regulars. So I'm assuming the third regular that she mentioned, whose name I've already forgotten, whatever, is gonna be the other person that we meet. When we go to Mr. Moopy. Yeah, what if DDR? But like, in the future. What? Yeah, that's basically what this is, rather than... Which is interesting, because they have, they do have, on the Showtime stage thing that you can see in the background, DDR style like foot pads with the arrows, but I don't know, I mean maybe with the motion technology, the motion sensor stuff, those are just like decoration or like markers to hit but not actually buttons to be pressed, you know what I mean? Did you see that, Teo? I got my first AA on Stop the Beat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I did. You're doing great. Remember last month you couldn't even pass that song. Totes impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing, and one day maybe even surpass you. Yeah, so they must be on some kind of competitive team together, though, even though they're talking about, you know, this kind of stuff. Because they look very matchy. Like DDR and Just Dance at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, something kind of like that. Hey, I hope you do. And when you do, you can be the one who brings in new dancers and teaches them how to play. As the next song starts, my eyes shift from their conversation to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements coming from Showtime stage. I feel my head bobbing and my foot tapping. Hey, it's a really catchy song. Can you blame me? I'm getting really into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Care to dance?
Haha! How about you? Want to take the spotlight? Okay, so... Sure, I can learn as I go. Let's dance. What, in public? I think not. Or dance with a hottie like you? Absolutely. So, this is an interesting way to choose the direction of the relationship, because I would have assumed that the answer was going to be, I work here now actually, hi, my name's Roxy, and that it wasn't going to be a conversation option. But are there strong leanings towards 1 or 3? Because we're going to hit up that friendship option for at least for every single character. But strong leanings towards 1 or 3. I'm leaning towards the 1. Being like, yeah, sure, we can dance, but the fuck? If there's no strong opinions, I'll just click on the first one. I'm gonna keep chugging along. So I shall continue then with pathway number 1. Sure, I can learn as I go. Let's dance. Back when I was stomping around on dance mat games as a kid, they had arrows. I'm not sure I'd even know how to play this one, but it has caught my curiosity. From the previously why does my brain keep inserting letters that aren't there. From the previous observed conversation, this guy seems to know the ins and outs of this weird dancing game, and is keen to teach. Before I commit to getting down with my bad self, I think I should know a little more about what exactly that entails. Plus, I'm used to playing these games solo. Less chance of stomping on someone else's foot that way. 'Tis a valid point. However, how could I resist to ask a guy such as yourself? You caught my eye the moment you walked over.
Hey, wait. You're new here, right?
Yes, very.
Name's Mateo, but everyone here just calls me Teo.
Ah, my initial inkling about the pronunciation was correct. Okay, Mateo, or just Teo. Teo's the best. Greatest guy here. He's sort of like our, leader, yeah?
Oh, please, I'm nothing really.
All these fucking random people being like, wow, he's literally God. He looks directly into my eyes.
Nothing as special as you.
Okay, so he's very flirty.
I just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close. I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang. So, what do you say? Play our silly dancing game?
Teo outstretches his arm to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. Go for it, politely decline, or shake your head no. He's on the job. What are y'all thinking? Fuck it? Because we could just fucking go for it and see what happens. I mean, that's definitely the reaction he's gonna like the most. I know that for sure. We might get in trouble with Gavin. Not great to do on the first day on the job, but why not? Go for it? Alright. Gutsy, indeed. I couldn't care less that I'm supposed to be working. Well, at least they addressed it. I was wondering when they were going to say something about that. As a kid, I remember stomping around on dance mats. Why not try out 2XX's hottest dancing game? Even if technically I don't know how to play yet. Without thought, I take his hand. Let's do this. Okay, we got some relationship points out of that. As I'm about to step up to the stage, an ominous shiver crawls down my spine. I glance over and spot Ashley standing behind the ticket counter. I know I can't see her face behind the mask, but I can totally sense she's glaring daggers my way. It's creeping me out. On second thought, I'm actually supposed to be working right now. I'm the new floor attendant, Roxy. Really? But I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He was actually pretty good at Showtime Stage, now that I think about it. He's out, I'm in. It's currently year 0 of the floor attendant Roxy regime.
Hello there.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, Roxy. I hope we get to know each other well. Indeed. For someone that loves Showtime Stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play yet. True, most of my time during these meetups, I tend to let everyone else play. I go around and make sure everyone's happy and having a blast. But what about you and your feelings? Teo shrugs. My happiness comes from making other people happy. That's all I need in life. Which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with this crowd. How best to handle it? Want to film a workplace safety video? Oh my god. We need to seriously talk about crowd sizes. Can you disperse your fans for me, please? And the other guy. Yeah. I feel like the middle one is not the best option to go with. No strong opinion? I mean, you might appreciate the kind of fun jest of asking to film a workplace safety video. But just asking people to disperse politely is also, I think, a reasonable option. Fuck it. I'm gonna roll on it. Let's fucking go! Because we can't go through a single stream without busting out my dice. God, I use them for this more than for fucking playing D&D. Okay. That's a 4. Which is an even number, which would be the second option. I just stared at it. I was like, did I decide what the numbers were gonna mean? But, I mean, you know. Odd number even. Odd number's first one, even number second one. That's usually how it goes. Rolled a 4. Can you disperse your fans for me, please? Look, this is great and all, but can you thin out your crowd a little for me? Fire codes, emergency exits, you know, that sort of thing.
Sheesh.
Oh no. Come on, it's not that bad. I've seen hotter crowds most weekends around this game. Rules are rules. Yeah, you're right. The least I can do is be accommodating. Luckily, the song that was being played just finished. Teo jumps up on the stage and cups his hands over his mouth. Hey, listen! We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. Oh man, but why? I like my spot. Hey now, you know the deal. We all have to be cool about fire safety. It's Roxy's first day, so let's show him some respect. I see everyone turn around and glare at me. Oh no. Great, now I'm gonna be known as a party pooper. I guess I've had worse reputations in my lifetime. Like that one time I had to close the pool because of that dirty bandit floating in the water. No one would talk to me for a week. Hey, don't disappoint me, crew. Roxy's just doing his job. Reluctantly, the crowd reshuffles itself into a semi-orderly fashion. As everyone settles into a safer way of watching the game, Teo jumps down and comes back to me. Better? I nod, genuinely impressed with how Teo can capture his community's attention. They listen to him and have the utmost respect for him. Yeah, actually, much better.
Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the game, you know? Of course you know. Hey, you should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
As long as that dancing is within the law, carry on. Officer Roxy has spoken. Hey, don't liken yourself to a cop. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, this guy got up on a stage and was like, not my fault. It's his fault. It's like, fuck. I start to walk away ready for my next venture when I remember something I should do. I turn back to Teo. Hey, thanks.
No problem.
Well, I feel nice and accomplished. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade and make a new friend. I say that's pretty good for my first day. Even Gavin's gotta be impressed, right? With that business sorted, it's time to leave Showtime stage. Let's see what to handle next. An irate customer at Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. So, it's like 3 minutes after 1. I'm a little keen on getting all of the introductions out of the way, and I don't think this will take us too far overtime, so let's fucking go. Also, I took like 20 minutes to talk about Undertale at the beginning of this stream, so... My mutant floor attendant sentence detected danger from the left-hand side of the arcade. I quickly rush all of 30 feet to the scene of the crime, already in progress. Come on! Hurry the fuck up and finish your game. Do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Note to self, ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yes, I'm Roxy, the floor attendant. Well, stop attending to the carpets and attend to me. Well, this guy's an asshole. I want this fucker to wrap up his damn game so I can play. Ashley's face is obscured beneath her costume's mask, but I can feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. Ah! You kick this fat piece of shit off this game, and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. Get the fuck out? Figuring out how to hear the bad piece of shit side of the story before rushing to a judgment, I tap the player on the shoulder. And he doesn't even notice I'm tapping. So I tap again. Twice. Sir, there are other players waiting to give Mr. Moopy's magic maze a spin. Curiously, the player looks up at the game's marquee, thank you Naomi, which simply reads, Moopy. You know the game's full name? Sure, I played it a lot when I was a kid. It's actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? Wizards and pellets and monsters and stuff? Yeah. A bit terse as he's laser focused on the game, and I can see why. He's currently sitting on 714,900 points. Woo! Holy crap, that's a heck of a high score. Or as this other guy would put it, holy shit, holy fuck, that's a hell of a high score. Excuse me? Right. Sir, can you please wrap up your game? Nope. I'm keeping a good pace here. Plenty of lives stocked. On par for getting close to the world record before the kill screen. Somehow, the thick arcade jargon sounds classier when draped in his British accent. Oh, I'm not gonna read that in a British accent. I think that would be embarrassing for me. Like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play the games too. He finishes clearing the current board while pondering the predicament. Okay. At first, I think he's stepping away to end his game, but he's letting his stock of 50 extra dudes slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash and holds it out. Will this cover it? What? Oh my god. He's trying to buy the fucking arcade machine. Holy shit. For a moment, I flash back to that movie where some dude pays another dude to sleep with his wife and they roll around in the bed covered in money and, Pac-Man but with wizards. Yeah, it's cute. Cover what exactly? The cost of the game. The game itself. I have never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given time. It's not even in 20s. Dude's rolling in Benjamins. One moment, please. On it. Fortunately, Iris already has my messenger app open for me with Gavin's contact info preloaded. With trembling fingers, I key in. Customer wants to buy Moopy for $3K. What do? In less than a minute, I have my response. Considering we paid $200 for it plus parts, yes, absolutely yes. Sell that relic immediately. And this is the kind of thing that Naomi was talking about, I think, that she really doesn't like. That this is... He's thinking financially only and not about any sort of value that this machine could bring into the game ecosystem, so to speak. Well, okay then. Although, how's Naomi gonna react to this? Offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 15-fold profit. It also feels kind of weird to be taking advantage of this guy's lack of a grasp on the real costs of old arcade machines. I knew all this workplace drama was going to catch up to me at some point, but with this rando breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. Oh, I fucking hate this. I don't like this. See, it also feels like we shouldn't have contacted Gavin until we were sure that we were going to sell it. But, yeah, because it feels like kind of a weird move to, like, tell him about it and then be like, I know you said to do it, but I decided not to. Our three options are: the game was 200, but I'm not sure we should sell. 3,000 sounds about right. It's yours. And I'm not sure if we should sell this game. Honestly, what I thought was gonna happen in the first place, and I kind of was a little surprised or maybe kind of disappointed that it didn't, was I thought that they were gonna kick out the other guy standing behind him for calling him a fat piece of shit, because that's so fucking awful. Like, you can't just... Oh my god. Yeah. That was fucked. I didn't like that a lot more than I didn't like the choice that we have to make right now. I definitely don't just want to be like, 3,000 sounds about right, it's yours, because that's like super ripping this guy off. I hate this. Roll between 1 and 3? Yeah, I'm gonna roll. I keep, either way I want to be like, I'm not sure if we should really sell. But it's just that decision of like, do you tell him the honest price, or do you just kind of like nope out of the sales transaction altogether? Oh shit, that fell off my desk. Let's try that again. 2. Which in this case means 3. I'm not sure if we should sell this game. Oh man, I don't know about this. My semi-boss is cool with it, but there's a lot of factors in play. I don't think we should just let you walk with the thing. I feel a bit wishy-washy about the whole mess, not wanting to get on Naomi or Gavin's bad sides. But the player simply smiles. Well, we can't have a mess, can we? Wouldn't be sporting. Let's compromise. I'll buy the game so I can play whenever I want, for as long as I want. Provided nobody's already playing, of course. And in return, you can keep Mr. Moopy here where he belongs. We wouldn't want Naomi to cry, would we? Wouldn't be proper. See? Compromise. With his mind made up, the man presses 3. Oh no! Oh no, so we should have told him it was only 200. Fuck. Now I feel really bad for totally ripping this dude off. Shit. Totally satisfied with the negotiations. Ugh. Which leaves the rando hopping mad. To be fair, we had been kind of ignoring that he exists. Yeah, because he's an asshole. Get the fuck out of here, dude. What the fuck, man? What kind of an arcade is this, anyway? Fuck this. I'm going to Deco's Palace. Oof. And we just lost a customer, stomping his way out of the store. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Well, fuck that guy anyway. He was a shithead. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out into the cold.
What a disagreeable fellow.
As for the player, well, he goes right back to playing. Eating pellets, sapping ghost monsters, clearing mazes. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. Splashing around that cash, aren't we, Mr. Moneybags? He seems to care more about more than just the game, or digging the dad bod. Yeah, the third options are getting like more and more blatant the further we get into the game. I'm gonna say he seems to care about more than just his game. How about you folks? Alright, alright. He seems to care about more than just his game. Take it from someone walling around in the lower tax brackets. The rich can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And yet, that's not what this guy did. He could have, but he let us keep the game. He just wanted to play, that's all. And why? And why? Because of Naomi. Because of the Funplex. It's a home and a family, for the games and for us. Maybe it's for the best I sent that rando out the door in favor of this guy. Fuck yeah, it is. So you know Naomi? He's happy to talk, even while playing.
Of course. I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy.
Percy, hello. Tempted by two, but one is more reasonable. Yeah, I know. I was tempted by that one as well, but I would like to open up the friendship doors for more interesting reading, so to speak.
I'd hazard you're our new floor attendant. I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk earlier.
That's me, Roxy Nitram, Arcade Wrangler.
Well then, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to getting to know you better.
So, you've seriously just been playing Moopy all day, huh?
What can I say? It's my calling. I actually owned a Moopy cabinet once. Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
The beeps and boops?
No, those you eventually learn to filter out. I mean, everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real-world conditions. It's all about the emotions, the laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition. I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play at my finest.
Naomi gets that. She keeps Moopy in top condition for the day I eventually land my high score. What's the current world record then? About 3.5 million. What? This guy's been standing here since I was working the morning shift. Hours and hours. And he's still only about 720k into his game. Can't imagine him being in anything but top health condition to try this. Guy's gotta have legs made out of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten. I just let a few extra lives drain out whenever I need to go pee. Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should let him get back to his game, but burning questions. They burn like fire. You must have a solid job, good income. So, you gonna get your movie dipped in gold? Or your score is more important than your bank balance? I feel weird in general, the concept of asking a relative stranger about their financial situation. You know, it's one thing to ask, oh yeah, well, where do you work? Versus, you must have a good income. And just like, it's like a sharp elbow to the ribs, like, hey. I guess, I don't know. First or second one? Any strong opinions? Cause, yeah, the whole thing has me kind of like, First one? Yeah. You must have a solid job. Good income. If you don't mind me commenting on it, that's a lot of money to just have on your person. What do you do for a living? This and that. He doesn't really seem to care to talk about his work. Not in a guarded way, it's just less interesting than his current maze. Maybe he's actually the head of an international diamond smuggling ring. They hide the stones inside arcade games. Day trading. Huh? Day trading. Stocks and bonds. Anybody can do it if they have a head for numbers. It's really nothing important. Or maybe he's a day trader.
Don't think so.
I don't feel people are defined by their work. I know the arcade is a home to those who've made their passion into their work, but it's the passion that matters more. I've my passion, same as anyone. I look forward to learning yours as well. When I'm not deep in the middle of a game, I mean. He's getting more and more distracted by the game. I should leave him be. I have to do a thing about a thing. Be seeing you, Mr. Nitram. Yet another weird encounter in a string of weird encounters. By the end, he sounded more like the high-score junkies you hear about in documentaries. Obsessed, driven, and kind of strange. But that's not the impression I had of him from the beginning. He smiled while when talking about not splitting up the arcade. There's something more going on here, but, well, he's a Funplex regular. There'll be plenty of time to learn more later. I've got work to do. The arcade is now at peace. My work here is done. Well, actually, we're a few hours from closing time, so my work here isn't quite done, but, you know. And with the beginning of this new conversation, it is time for us to be finished for today. So, I'm gonna hit that save. Go back to the main menu. Amazing. Alright. So I do believe we have officially met the full cast of characters that we will be befriending or potentially dating. We'll see how this goes. So, that is all for today. Sorry, I zoned out a little bit. I need to go to bed earlier. Get me some good fucking sleep. Alright. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with me. I hope that you all had as much fun as I did. I greatly enjoyed our little venture, our further venture into Arcade Spirits today. Time to sleep indeed. I'm probably gonna be up a little longer. I don't know if I should be, but it's probably gonna happen. Next stream is September 23rd. Jesus fucking Christ. This month, y'all, it is whoosh. But September 23rd is the next time we're going to be playing Arcade Spirits. It'll continue from this point forward. This weekend, however, we have Friday, Homestuck Square, latest chapter, plus that bonus little stroll through the Undertale alarm clock conversations. We're going to take a gander through those. And Saturday is Homestuck reread stream Past Carcat Wake Up. You're gonna bust through that. Alrighty. So, that's the plan. But for now, time to log off. Good times indeed, Corentia. Good times indeed. I will see you all around. Have a lovely rest of your day, whatever you may be getting up to. And with that, fingers crossed, I'll be seeing y'all at the next stream. And good night.